If you're thinking of decarbonizing steel, right? Now, green steel is an easy label to apply, but there are German companies that are basically building, 2025 they're targeting to build, carbon neutral steel. And these are built using hydrogen generated from renewable energy resources instead of coal, right? Now, why is this? And what is decarbonization in steel, right? So this is basically, how you forge and heat treat different types of steel, decarbonize many kinds of metal processes, or even surface steel, right? So if you follow Bill Gates, if you follow things to do with climate change, you might understand that in the construction story, in the construction industry, this is one of the biggest topics that cement or steel are one of the biggest topics that actually push for a lower critical temperature in the lines of a higher critical temperature in the lines of creating a house, or produce a lot of carbon dioxide in building a house, right? So green steel, or in a decarbonized steel, is basically depleting these resources, or the inputs into the product, and talking about how it has a lower critical temperature, or there's less chemical action in it, and also how steel forges can be carbonized. Now, I'm with you on the buzz. My name is Tim. I'm going to be talking to you about a UK based startup that basically decarbonizes cement. And basically, they have also steel under their bracket, and also even lime, right? Now, these guys have a $300,000 valuation, and I'm going to break this down for you. I want you to stay tuned right here. Just feel free to leave a comment on our pages and interact with us. Just let us know what your thoughts are while the conversation is going on. I'm going to show you a quick video on what Relaks Radio is. That is right. We are Relax Radio. We're with you on the App Store. We have channels on YouTube, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also we are getting approached. We are making an effort get in touch with you on various channels that will be easier for you, right? Now, Relax Radio is your channel, guys. This is feel free to always comment. Just leave your opinion on our pages, on our posts. Your opinion is always valued, right? So what we can do is we can even schedule a live conference with you, where you actually talk about what your thoughts are on what we talk about. You only need to call me on 07852 473 473, and just let us know what your thoughts are on what we talk about. We talk about business, drama, tech, celebrities, if it's positivity, if it is mindset shifts. We have conversations on all these topics. Just feel free to contact us. Don't feel shy. Just let us know what your thoughts are. Now, I'm talking to you about this UK based startup it's basically called Questrate, right? That's spelled CQUESTR8, right? 8 is the number 8, and they're basically they brand themselves as an accelerated weathering company that basically decarbonizes cement and steel. So the reason for this is basically, when it comes to if you follow the buzz, if you follow people like Chamat Palihapitiya, if you follow anyone to do with how the climate change story is relevant, you'll realize that in, let's say, the construction industry alone, cement and steel production alone are a massive contributor to global warming, or carbon dioxide in the environment, right, in the atmosphere, right? So if you are talking about how Questrate is coming to a point where they are an accelerated weathering company, they help you decarbonize cement lime or steel, and reduce your ocean acidification. Right now, these guys have won the next big thing prize, bagged in $300,000 in seed funding, and this was all last year, right? If you are trying to understand how these guys have basically counteracted in the first investment round, right now, they launched in Birmingham. This was early this year, somewhere around February. And if you talk about their funds, these guys have a unique, permanent, and a safe sex question solution that basically they now we realize that this is happening here in the UK in 2021, but in 2025 Germany plans to have at least 80% of their construction materials all green, and this includes cement, steel, lime, and all these ingredients or these elements for a house. So my honest thought is that with different industries. Now, Chamat Palihipitiya, this is billionaire tycoon, right? He talks about how if it comes to various industries, if it comes to climate change, if it comes to becoming the richest person in the world, right? How it's all linked to the first trillionaire who will be, he or she will be basically definitely involved, and it will be because of the reason of solving problems around climate change. And I believe that this is a positive step in the construction industry. So talking about how the co-founder, the guy's name is Steve Wills, he talks about how, I mean, I think we all agree on this when I say the world needs a ton of a ton of sesquation channels to keep the atmospheric temperature below 1.5 degrees Celsius, right? And how these industries also, as much as climate change is irreversibly important for the humankind. I think it is as important for people to keep creating houses or keep expanding their livelihood, or if it comes to the living, if it comes to the working. These spaces are just going to, the real estate story is just going to keep expanding, right? So because there's only a finite amount of real estate in the world, and people just keep coming up and up. Now talking about how in the industry of construction, I mean, share your opinion here, but just let me know what your thoughts are, because when it comes to the construction industry, I don't think that there's such a big difference, apart from just reducing the wood consumption, or if it comes to different tiling options, if it comes to different types of lacquers or paints that you can apply on walls, or different furniture panels. There's so many different approaches there, but this is a pretty significant approach as to how you can reduce the temperature. Now, if there's anyone in the lines of construction, just feel free to comment, or let us know what your thoughts are on this topic, as to how your industry, if you are not in the construction industry, how you think this could basically improve your economic, your environmental impact from your in your industry, and what steps your companies are taking towards a greener future, right? Because we need to be at a point of zero net emissions by 2025 or 2050, right? Now we understand that there's so many business leaders, so many leaders in countries that want to basically come to the point of pushing for a greener future. So this the guys' names are Questrade. They're basically talking about how they have gone through a seed funding of $300,000, and their goal is to basically push for a carbon neutral or removal process by 2025. Now, I'm going to just explain a little bit of the team, talking about how now Climate Solutions basically are a non-profit, and this research group, these guys are seeking billion-ton scale carbon dioxide removal technologies. This is called CDR, right? So carbon dioxide removal technologies are called CDR, and Questrade is working on with the University of Malaya, that's in Nottingham, and how they are positioning themselves as an extensive validator of engineering and maritime environmental benefits for the construction industry. Now, if you're actually keen on understanding further into how Questrade is actually, pushing the processors, apart from the seed funding that they've got of $300,000, these guys are basically, like I said, they're in Nottingham. They're working with the universities of Nottingham and looking at how they're arising, for research into carbon dioxide sequestration and developing a process for minerals to capture carbon dioxide as bicarbonate and using this product to reverse ocean acidification. This is pretty cool, guys. I mean, I think I need to know what your take is on it. If you are in the construction industry or not, just feel free to leave your opinion on this. You can call us on 07852 or we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube as well. Just feel free to, share your thoughts on these industries, share your thoughts on how you think, your particular industry. Just mention what your industry is and let us know how you think you can particularly push for a lot of, investment towards climate change rather. And if it comes to any thoughts, right? I mean, any idea, any successful, operation comes with the start of an idea. So just feel free to, leave your comment below. My name is Tim. I'm on the Buzz. I'm going to be talking to you everything entrepreneurship, tech, business. And if it comes to anything with regard to today's this episode, I want you to know that if you are trying to understand what and how far we are looking at going with the conversation with climate change, or if it is in the construction industry, these guys, the name is Questrade. Just feel free to Google them. They're on Google. Their website looks pretty cool and informative. Just check it out. I'll be right back with you with more news